guidance and the grace of our great God who's allowed us this priceless privilege to gather and give him glory together. To him we give praise, glory, and honor, for he is worthy to be praised tonight. And I'm thankful for this awesome privilege to witness another day in which he has extended to me his munificent mercies. He has looked beyond all of our faults and has afforded us this chance to be here, and for that we ought to be grateful tonight. I want to first recognize our chairperson tonight, Pastor Davis, my friend, my brother. Thank him for this opportunity to stand tonight, and thank him for all that he has done and is in my life, and for being that covering and prophetic voice in my life. And I'm thankful again for this privilege and to co-hosts or co-chairmen of this late night tonight. God bless you, and for all of you preachers who share the roster with us tonight. And to those persons, preachers, pastors, and people of Rising Star District who are here tonight. Amen. Just favor us by waving your hand tonight. Amen. Moderator McDay, President Mentos, and I don't know if there are others. Dean Mays, who is here today. God bless you. And thank you for your presence tonight. And all of these preachers and pastors who are my friends. And I know they are my friends because whenever you stay up late after being in church all day, to hear somebody do what you can do a whole lot better, they are friends. Amen. And so I'm just thankful for all of them who are here tonight. God bless you. And church on the move. Amen. Just favor me by lifting your hand, those who are here tonight. Amen. God bless all of you. Thank you for your presence here tonight. Now, lest I hold you too long, I'm going to do something tonight that's really against all late night laws, and that is I want to attempt, I don't know why the Lord put this in my spirit, to saturate a series into one sermon. And I might not finish it, but I'll give you the skeletal remains of it, and then we'll go home together. But there is a word tonight in the book of Genesis, chapter 45. To also Pastor Thomas, amen, my friend and bosom buddy in the ministry, who blessed us in such a great way on last night. Amen. We ought to just play the tape from last night and go home. Amen. Genesis 45, there is a word tonight. Verses 1 through 8. Then Joseph could not refrain himself before all them that stood by him, and he cried because every man to go out from him. And there stood no man with him, while Joseph made himself known unto his brethren. So he wept aloud, and the Egyptians and the house of Pharaoh heard. And Joseph said unto his brethren, I am Joseph, doth my father yet live? And his brethren could not answer him, for they were troubled at his presence. Joseph said unto his brethren, Come near to me, I pray you. And they came near, and he said, I am Joe, your brother whom ye sold into Egypt. Now therefore be not grieved or angry at yourselves, for God did send me before you to preserve life. I think that's enough. God sent me before you. Amen. You may be seated. tutored by trouble. He's the hand of God. Let me start tonight, if I can, by getting in your business, by asking you a very personal question. And hope you don't mind, but tonight, if you are honest with yourself, is there some remote chance that where you are and where it is you plan to be all together two different places? I mean, when you juxtapose your current condition and your current locality in life over and against where it is that you aspire to be, are they all together two different places? Or have you discovered they really have nothing in common or nothing to do with each other at all? Maybe y'all don't like that question. Let me rephrase it. When you get to where you're going, do you know where you will be? Do you know where you're going? Do you know where you're going to? Do you like the things that life is showing you? Do you know? Did you get what you were hoping for? When you look behind you, there is no open door. Did you get what you were hoping for? Those are just a few verses of Diana Ross's song Mahogany as she portrayed Billie Holiday in that 1972 classic movie Lady Sings the Blues. The song was somewhat melancholy in its presentation because Diana, who played Billie, was being victimized by relational restrictions, so much until it caused her to feel lost in her locality in life, causing her resolve to dissolve. She had a painful past, and her present looked precarious, and her future looked fuzzy. The truth of the matter is tonight that if we're honest with ourselves tonight, that it isn't just Billy, but there are some believers in here tonight whose resolve has begun to dissolve. When you look at your current locality over and against where it is you're trying to go, they have nothing in common. Your past is painful, your present is precarious, and your future looks fuzzy. Thus, your resolve has begun to dissolve. And tonight, if that is you, I want you to know in these wee hours of the night that you are not by yourself, because in our text today, we meet not a woman, but we meet a man by the name of Joseph, who I want to affectionately call Joe tonight, who is dealing with the same issue. He doesn't like what life is showing him. He doesn't really know where he's going to. His past is painful. His present is precarious. And his future is fuzzy. His resolve has begun to dissolve because he's been victimized by relational restrictions to the point to whereas he feels lost in his locality in life because where he is and where he is trying to go are altogether two different places. As we peruse the parameters of this passage, I think I need to stop for a minute because many of you are not in the know concerning the life and chronicles of Joseph. So let me just put the car in reverse park so we can get out and jaywalk through the book of Genesis and eavesdrop on this episode and really catch the flavor of what Joe's life is all about. Because many of us tonight, we see Joe in his glory, but we don't know Joe's story. And when you consider where Joe is in our text, Joe ain't always been there. And so, like many of us, Joe tonight came up in a very dysfunctional home. There was a lot of friction in the home of Joseph, and it was all aimed at him. And so tonight, let me give you the skeleton of this sermon. I might not finish it tonight, but you'll know
I do know what I'm talking about, lest I don't. But the first movement in the text is we see a place of turmoil. And then the second movement, we see him persevering through transitions. And then lastly, we see this powerful testimony. Now, I really want to preach about the powerful testimony, but let me homogenize these two sermons just for a moment so you can really catch the flavor of the testimony. And when we look at Joe's life, Joe came up in a place of turmoil. I really want to say tribulation because of our African brothers. They really have a good view of the word tribulations. They view tribulations as being troubles that are tribe related. And in this text, Joe's trouble was tribe related. Joe was a son of delight. He was the favorite son of his father, Jacob. And there were many other brothers and sisters in the house, but Joseph was Jacob's favorite. He was Jacob's favorite son. There were others who had been around the father's house and who had been